Well, I'm delighted to be here. So let me tell you what we're in for. Essentially, what I'm going to do is, if you'll excuse the expression, piss you off. That's my job. Now, I do my job really well. I've pissed off more business owners in my life than anybody in the face of this earth. I know that. I know that because they write me and they tell me that. I really irritate people. Now, you got to understand it's not me. Well, yeah, it's my manner. But it's not about that. What it's really about is because the vast majority of people who own and operate their own small company, whether it be in your industry or any other industry, and we have touched every industry in the face of this earth, it's not about the business you own. It's about the way you do it. So you got to understand the reason I piss everybody off is because they take it personally. And the reality about people who own and operate their own small company is they take everything personally. Hear me, not just you. I can absolutely guarantee you, if we really get into this, I mean, if I were to really address it personally, you'd really get even more pissed off. So I just wanted to prepare you for that. And you understand, for every single person we have ever spoken to, now we have worked with over 100,000 owners, meaning 100,000 small companies, dentists, doctors, psychologists, graphic designers, meat packers. It doesn't really matter what kind of a company it is. And I know when I even say that, people in a professional business, as we think of ourselves, in a professional business, really get uptight when I compare them to, say, McDonald's. But you understand, you should get uptight when I compare you to McDonald's. Because Ray Kroc did the right thing. And you're stuck, hear me, and take this only in the way that I'm saying it, in the wrong thing. And I say, doing it, busy, making a living, producing income, as opposed to equity. So what we're here to talk about is the difference between income and equity. What we're here to talk about is the difference between working for a living and creating growth. In fact, growth is key to transformation. I'm your wake-up call. You're either going to hear it or you're going to go back and continue doing what you're doing. And hear me, I won't call you stupid. Well, I won't now. And you can be smart. You can be the most intelligent guy on the street. But if you don't get what I'm going to share with you today, then you blew it. Now understand, the bad news is you blew the entire thing. You see, Ray Kroc didn't start McDonald's until he was 52 years of age. Ray Kroc went from 52 years of age without a pot to piss in, convinced the McDonald brothers to give him the franchise rights to McDonald's. And they did. And he went back to Des Plaines, Illinois, borrowed the money to start his first store. But hear this, because it's really, really critical to the story. Ray Kroc did not go to work in McDonald's. He didn't make hamburgers, he didn't make French fries, he didn't make milkshakes. He didn't have an office in the store. He had an office down the street. It was the corporate headquarters of McDonald's. They didn't make hamburgers there. They didn't make French fries there. They didn't make milkshakes there. What did they make there? They made McDonald's. Please write that down. Ray Kroc went to work on the hamburger stand, not in the hamburger stand, to prepare it to scale. Please write that down. To prepare it to scale. Scale for sale. Scale for sale. What does that mean? That means the company you own today, how many of you own your own company? Please raise your hands. The company you own today, hear me, is your franchise prototype. And in order for that franchise prototype to be replicated faithfully, you got to prepare it to scale. That's your job. That's your only freaking job. That's the job of an entrepreneur. Now, this is what I want you to write down, and this is so important. Just because you own a business doesn't mean you're an entrepreneur. In fact, in most cases, you're not. An entrepreneur is different than a business owner. So an entrepreneur's job is one thing and one thing only: to prepare your company for sale. Very few small companies will ever be sold. They'll just die and go away. The worst thing you could do is pass it on to your children. Because then your children will look like you do right now. Please don't take this personally. You hear me? Unfortunately, it's too late for most. Good news is, Ray Kroc was 52 when he started. Ray Kroc was 52 when he started, which tells you already that if you're not yet 52, you still got a chance. But if you're as old as I am, which is 80, good news is you still got a chance. My wife and I have started a brand new enterprise this year to celebrate my 80th birthday. Now, what am I, out of my freaking mind? No. I've got a dream. I'm going to ask you to write it down. I've got a dream. Please write that down. I've got a dream. And then write a question. What is it? I've got a dream. What is it? My dream, our dream, Luz Delia's dream, and my dream is just this, and I want you to write this down: to transform the state of small business worldwide. To transform the state of small business worldwide. We have a vision. Please write this down. I have a vision. What is my vision? Please write this down. I have a purpose. What is my purpose? Please write this down. I have a mission. What is my mission? So I just told you at the beginning of all this process, when Luz Delia and I said we're going to launch a new enterprise, and I'm going to share what that is, we're launching it based upon a platform. Without a platform for growth, it will ultimately fail. Without a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission, it will automatically fail. Very few companies in your industry or any industry were started with a dream. Why? Because very few people who start their own companies are truly entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are dreamers. Steve Jobs was a dreamer. Ray Kroc was a dreamer. Bill Gates is a dreamer. And on and on and on and on. Anita Roddick was a dreamer. Mary Kay Cosmetics was fashioned by a dreamer who had a dream, a thinker who had a vision. a storyteller who had a purpose, and a leader who had a mission. Write that down. A dreamer, a thinker, a storyteller, a leader. And so when I share this with you, understand I'm talking about Ray Kroc, I'm talking about Steve Jobs, I'm talking about the Google boys, I'm talking about everyone who's founded any enterprise. It was founded upon a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission. So our dream was, way back then in 1977, when I founded our first company called the Michael Thomas Corporation. I was Michael, he was Thomas. It was the very first, what is called now, business development firm. Its sole purpose was to transform the state of small business worldwide. You follow me? So our dream at the very beginning of all this is identical to our dream today. Our vision in 1977 is identical to our vision today. And our vision today is to invent the McDonald's of small business consulting. So Luz Delia and I have a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission. But what's shifted from what we expressed in 1977 to transform the state of small business worldwide, our purpose, so that every single independent small business owner could be as successful as a McDonald's franchise is. And fourth, the mission to invent the system, the business development system that would enable us to work with every single independently owned small business